Hello, it's good to see you. Today we are going to be making a low-carb snack. These are low-carb crispy cheese balls. I've never made these before, but from looking at it, it looks pretty easy. It uses 3 different kinds of cheese. We have cheddar cheese, and for that I just have some shredded mild cheddar cheese, mozzarella, shredded, and shredded Parmesan cheese. There we go. And not many other ingredients, honestly. This looks really easy. I think it's going to be really good. So if you're on a low-carb diet or keto or anything like that, or if you need gluten-free stuff, this is gluten-free, low-carb. It's good for all that. Okay, the ingredients you're going to need are 2 eggs, half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, a quarter cup of shredded mozzarella, a quarter cup of shredded Parmesan, half a cup of almond flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and black pepper. So let's get started. And now we have all of our ingredients here. It's very simple. There's really not much to it. How many ingredients do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. Very simple. So take a look at the recipe again. You need 2 eggs, which I have here. Half a cup of shredded mozzarella shredded cheddar cheese, quarter cup of shredded mozzarella cheese, quarter cup of shredded Parmesan, half a cup of almond flour, which I have here, and I am using Nature's Eats blanched almond flour, gluten-free, all the goodness to it, and it comes in a resealable bag, which is awesome. You're also going to need a half a teaspoon of baking powder, which I have here, and black pepper. They don't say how much black pepper, so I just basically took the grinder here and just kind of coated the bottom of this little plastic container. I guess it's just, you're just going to season it to taste. And since I've never made these before, I don't know how much I want. I don't like a lot of pepper though, so I'm not going to put much in here. All right. The first step is that you're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you're going to add your eggs to a large bowl and whisk until lightly beaten. So we'll do that now. And I have my whisk here. I'd say it's lightly beaten. Step 3, you're going to add the remaining ingredients and mix well. So basically, we're just going to dump everything else in here and mix it all together. So there goes the pepper. Sprinkle that in. The half a cup of almond flour. Sprinkle that in. And it didn't say you had to add these in any specific order. It just said add everything to the lightly beaten egg. So we need a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Right here, got that. I'll just sprinkle that over. And maybe I'll just kind of whisk it together a little bit before we add the cheese. This is a really easy recipe. It just takes a few minutes. Okay. We'll dump in the cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese, or however you want to say it. It doesn't matter to me. And mozzarella. My younger son used to call it Papasan cheese. I kind of prefer that because we have a Papasan chair. So he was used to that word, so he called it Papasan cheese. Wow, look at that. Look how fast that mixes together. I figured a whisk would work for the whole deal. Okay. So it's all mixed. Isn't it? Look at that. Okay. Now what do we do? Now you're going to divide this mixture into 8 sections, and you roll each section into a ball and place it on a baking sheet lined with baking parchment or a silicone mat. So let me grab my baking sheet and parchment paper, and then we're going to divide this up. So here you can see I just have my little cookie sheet. It's a Nordic Ware baking little cookie sheet, and I've just covered it with a piece of parchment paper, the kind that you can bake with. And I just grabbed a spoon. And you might have noticed a minute ago there was a little bit of mozzarella cheese left in that little bowl. I grabbed it and mixed it in here, so I know that bugs some people. I got it. It's in here. Now you can see a little bit of the pepper in there. You see the little dots. Looks like there are ants in it. That's the pepper. All right, so we're going to divide this into 8 sections and roll it into balls. I'm just going to take some and roll it. I'm not dividing all this up. I'm just going to scoop some out. My hands are clean. And you just, ooh. Wow, okay. You can't really roll it into anything. I'm just going to scoop it out. This feels awful. It's cold. Ew. There's no way to really roll it into balls. I mean, once you already have it on your hands, you might as well just scoop it out. Okay. There we go. I think I'm making them too big. I don't know. It just said to divide it into 8 sections. I guess I should have divided it. I don't care. I'm the only one that's going to be eating them, so. My kids, honestly, my kids don't really like cheese all that much. Except on a pizza. Yeah, I've made these too big. But no, they would never eat this. They don't like this kind of stuff. Well, I ended up with 7, basically. Oops. Put a little bit more on there. Okay. Trying to get every little bit of goodness out there. Now, I will say one thing. They actually smell good already. You can kind of smell them. It's like a mixture of that almond flour and the cheese or something. It's actually already smells really good. So we're going to bake these in the oven. You bake these at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 12 minutes or until golden brown. So let's go ahead and do that and see how they look when they come out. Okay, here they are. Now they didn't really stay in a ball shape. We kind of have cheese biscuits instead of cheese balls. These have merged together to form a super cheese ball. It mutated. But they're really pretty and lovely golden brown. Look. They're gorgeous. So they didn't stay in a ball shape, but I kind of had a feeling they wouldn't. They're nice and firm. And now, let's try one and see how it tastes. Okay, we're ready to try our cheese balls, low carb, and now they are like little cheese biscuits. They have an interesting lined pattern on the bottom. That's pretty cool. So they peel right off the parchment paper. They don't stick to it at all. It smells really good. Let's try it. It just tastes like a cheesy bread, really. It's that almond flour. These are actually really nice. You can kind of see the cheese in there. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought they would be cheesy, like, you know, the cheese, especially with the mozzarella. It's not like that at all. I guess it's because it's not melted now. That makes sense. It's I let them cool off quite a bit before I tried it. It just tastes like a biscuit with cheese in it. That's not bad. I'm gonna make these again. These are great. I don't really taste the pepper at all. But then again, I didn't put a lot of pepper in it. So I would say if you like pepper, add more than I did. Because I don't really taste it. But yeah, if you're low carb and you miss bread, this might be a nice substitute right here. And it's super easy to make these. They're really good. I like it. And you could probably play around with this recipe and add some other stuff to it. Might be able to modify it somewhat. The edges are kind of crunchy. I like that. So yeah, they're not in a ball shape anymore. They look like this. Isn't that pretty though? It's delicious. I like those. Very quick to make. You don't need a lot of ingredients. Very simple. Perfect. So I will leave the recipe in the description if you want to try it yourself. And I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again really soon.